What's up? What's happening? It's Movie Time with D, and there is a new Netflix movie called El Camino that is the follow-up to the hit series Breaking Bad. Now, before I start talking though and make you think that I didn't enjoy this movie, let me say that I did like it. It felt very suspenseful, and it was really cool seeing some of these characters that I've missed. But it did feel a little unneeded. And I say that because it's truly how I felt when the movie ended. And it feels so weird calling it a movie. It didn't feel like I was watching a movie. It just felt like another episode of Breaking Bad. But you have to call it a movie, I suppose, because it's 2 hours long. I think the reason I felt that way is because I was perfectly happy with the way Breaking Bad concluded. I loved the ending to that show. I enjoyed wondering where Jesse Pinkman might have went. I didn't need a movie to come and answer those thoughts for me. But like I said, I guess it was nice to see him again. If you're just unable to sleep at night because you can't stop wondering and worrying whether or not Jesse Pinkman found peace and happiness, then this movie's gonna knock your socks off. But if you're somebody like me that was completely fine with the ambiguity of the show's ending, then you might think the same thing I'm thinking. This is one of those situations where it's a win-win scenario. There's no bad done here. It's a good movie, but you're not gonna see anything new done here that hasn't been done better in any of the other Breaking Bad episodes. And all I could think after watching this was, if Vince Gilligan and Netflix can come together and create a movie that nobody asked for, that follows the ending to a perfect show, then somebody needs to get on the phone with HBO and find out why we can't get a movie with closure on Dexter. Real talk, that's a movie I'd like to see, because nobody liked the ending to that show, and I'm sure most Dexter fans would agree that we need that movie. That's all I'm saying. Give us a movie that we need and a movie that we're asking for. Or Santa Clarita Diet. Shows like that people loved and were canceled out of nowhere that never got a deserving finale. Those were my initial thoughts, but let's dive into what I think about the film itself. So this movie takes place literally seconds after the finale of Breaking Bad. We see Jesse Pinkman speeding down the road in an El Camino, and from there, we spend the whole movie watching him try to find a way to a new life. Everyone is looking for him. He's a wanted man. He's all over the TV news, and he needs to act fast before he gets caught. First off, for some reason, one of my worries about this movie was that Aaron Paul wasn't going to be able to just jump back into playing the character Jesse Pinkman. A few years have passed. I thought maybe ring rust would play a factor. Maybe he's a little rusty. He's put on a few pounds. Will he be believable? Thankfully, I was shown very early on that he obviously had no problem jumping back into those shoes. As everyone knows already, Aaron Paul is a terrific actor that could probably carry an entire season of Breaking Bad on his back if he had to. Jesse Pinkman's scared to death. He's showing signs of PTSD. He's nervous around everyone. I mean, the guy was held captive in a cage like an animal. He was tortured. So it's pretty understandable seeing him behave the way he does. So as soon as the movie begins, we're told, as we were already all aware, that Walter White is indeed dead. So the pressure definitely seems a little bit heavier on Jesse now, because whereas in the past, Walter White might have been able to give him that extra help in getting out of sticky situations, but here, unfortunately, he's all on his own. There's a lot of flashback story being told that involves Jesse and Todd that at first I found kind of pointless, but then later on realized it was important. And I thought every word of dialogue shared between the two of them was very intriguing and pretty captivating. Even when Todd is just talking about the weather for 2 minutes, it seems random, but it's very well written and perfectly acted. And this is a random thought, but I couldn't stop thinking about it while I was watching the movie. Todd comes off a lot like Mark Duplass's character in the horror movie Creep. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but I don't remember him acting like that in the show. I could be wrong, but it's been years since I've seen it. He seems like such a genuine, trustworthy, nice guy. He's likable, but at the same time, you know he is a heartless murderer. Vince Gilligan shows here, again, what we already know, that he is a masterful storyteller. I don't think that there's a single minute wasted in this film. There's no unnecessary dialogue, well, except for one line, but no camera shots that didn't matter either. Seriously, the cinematography here was very interesting. There were many times where just a camera angle would tell us something important of the story. As I said earlier, Aaron Paul does still act and talk just like Jesse Pinkman, so you can expect his energy and mannerisms to be the same. He's still the master at keeping those eyes red and watery. He's very good at pulling your heartstrings and making you feel for him, but there is a line of dialogue that felt very forced from him. It's not his fault. It's obviously what was in the script, but there's a flashback that involves him and Walter eating at a diner, and Jesse's at the food bar piling his plate full of salad and pineapples, and he says, "Yeah, bitch." And you know they felt the need to put that into that script just to please all the bitch fans around the world. Yes, saying bitch was an iconic thing about Jesse Pinkman that fans loved hearing him say, but it just didn't feel organic here when he said it at that moment. It made me laugh. I'm sure that's what they wanted, but I would have much rather seen him say bitch at a moment that deserved it more than him just looking at salad on his plate. I don't have much else to say. I did enjoy it. Of course, it's worth the watch on Netflix. I think many Breaking Bad fans are going to appreciate seeing Jesse's conclusion conclusion, but I do stand by saying I just don't think it was that needed. That's it for my thoughts though. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more movie reviews in the future. Comment down below once you've seen the movie and let me know what you thought about it. I'd really like to know if I'm the only person that feels the way I do. I'm gonna get out of here. Have a great day. Go watch some movies, and I'll see you on the next review.